Hello, it's Daniel Dada from St Jude's Clinic, and I'm just discussing another case now with regards to Skype reduction of scoliosis and taking a look at some of the objective landmarks that can help us to see before and after differences. I've got here dotted lines that are actually parallel, and what we're doing is demonstrating the furrow that exists in the spine, and you can see that furrow clearly identified by a shadow that's created from the spine. And dropping that line over and to the furrow there indicates that this curvature, which is a right thoracic primary, has actually moved more to midline at that level of the apexity. And that's the apexity there, measuring approximately 57 degrees here in a right thoracic curve. And we can actually see more changes unfolding by looking at the waist of this young lady. The waist curve here, we actually just copy another one of these lines and orient it so that it's coming down and along the line of the waist. So I'll just expand that and really show you what I'm doing there. So I've put that dotted line in, which basically follows the skin and hip jutting there from the waist to the hip itself. And as we do the same thing by just replicating that line and transferring it to the after image, and we'll just put that dot back on the waist and enlarge the image once again, we'll be able to see now how the hip itself has moved more towards the right, and the angulation on the waist is not as great now when compared to that on the left hand side. Now this was actually done, and I'd like to stress here the importance of elbows in scoliosis. Having your elbow jutting out and around you like this, as in writing, can actually be very problematic, and what it does is it pulls the spine over here. So we adopted a certain sitting position here with a leg up and wrapping the arm around the knee in order to be able to drive this curve over. So if you're interested in this habit-driven health model of care where you can change appearances in rather dramatic fashions, but more importantly, know how to drive further change and sustainable change, then I'd invite you to make your next inquiry here at St Jude's Clinic, which is a non-bracing, really non-exercise and obviously non-surgical approach towards scoliosis reduction. So this is becoming pretty exciting now that after 2 hours here for this young lady, she was able to make change in her appearance. And we'll be looking forward now to a subsequent video in demonstrating even further change. So not only the first picture here on the left, second picture in the middle, but another picture again on the right demonstrating further change. So I look forward to sharing that with you. Thank you. This is Daniel Dada from St Jude's Clinic.